Alrighty. So it looks like we're recording. And I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. See if I can share it. Let's see. Is it sharing? Am I sharing my screen? It doesn't show that I'm sharing my screen.
Not yet. Now it's starting.
There we go. All right. So, since everybody had the Booking Blitz this last week, I thought it would be fun to share my presentation that I put together for my central group about booking parties from parties, because now that y'all have lots and lots of parties on your calendar, or 2 or 3, however many you have, we want to keep those parties going, and we want to keep the momentum. So we don't want to let the parties fizzle out. And let me go to presenter mode. So I'm going to share with you some of the different slides that I have, or some of the different posts that I have in my parties, and how I normally book 2 to 4 parties from each party. And so right now I'm booking out a month and 2 in advance, because my calendar has 8 to 10 parties in May, and I don't want to add any more to that right now. And so I keep adding till June or to July so that I can keep those parties going. And so I'm going to share with you some of the different posts that I have, and how I interact with the guests as they comment on the post. And most of the time you should have something similar to this, or you can use the same kind of post in your parties. And so at the beginning, I have a post that is similar to this, and it's asking people, do you have any Usborne books? What does your bookshelf look like? And so there's some people who are like, I'm so full of Usborne books. I love them so much. Like right at the beginning, they're super, super excited. So even before the party starts, I'm asking people if they want to book their own party. And many times, we'll all do different deals depending on like free shipping if they end up booking before they purchase something. But as you're going to see in the right side, I am giving you some examples of what I say to my guests. And these are direct messages normally that I send to them. And I've talked to some of my ladies, and even on the Booking Blitz this last week, about how when I talk to the ladies, the guests, about booking a party, I really want them to get on board with me and why I'm doing this, not necessarily just what the books that are. I want them to get on board with the fact that I'm trying to promote literacy more than just, oh, here's some books. Everybody loves the books. And so I really want them to see more of the vision of not just the books for you, but how can we spread this to your family also. And so when somebody gets on right away and says, I've got a couple books, but I just want all of them, or I have a full shelf and I have to have them all, then I will message them right away and do something similar to what you see on the right there. Now, I have some guests who already have books, and this particular guest, this was not her party, but it was one of her friends' parties, and she actually posted in the party, and she said that she had gotten some books from a previous party, and she shared a video and she shared some pictures. So I was like, wow, she's super excited. She's sharing on somebody else's party. So I decided to talk to her and talked to Jen. Hey, I absolutely love your excitement about these books. I love that you posted here, and so I wanted to see if I could get her on board with continuing to share these books with her friends and her family. And she ended up having an amazing party with me. She did really well on posting her own parties also. During the party, I really focus on what the different ladies are saying in the party. I will focus on some of the different comments they make. If they're super, super excited about the party, like this, lots of people will put exclamation points, exclamation times 10. I like to use lots of exclamation points when I'm super excited. So this person here, she looked particularly excited about all the different things that were going on. She was commenting, she was talking about what she did want, what she had, different things like that. So I went ahead and even during my party, I will message people so that it's right in the moment and they're super, super excited about these books. So I don't want that excitement to die off after a couple days and for them to be like, oh yeah, they were fun. Well, in the party, you were super, super excited. So I want to catch that excitement and really get them during that excitement. And so I talked to this lady about continuing her excitement and bringing these books and showing them to her friends and family also. So I have to really, really pay attention, and I want to really focus on what the guests are saying about their kids and about what they do have or what they don't have, and try to really catch that excitement from what they're saying. Now, everybody probably has a post like this, and I always put that today only, book a party for and receive $25. Pretty much almost every single one of my hosts end up getting $25 or more somehow. I love giving away free books. I love motivating people to do that. And so I always put that picture on there with my question. And if people were already kind of interested, my parties are very fast paced and there's lots of things going on and I'm messaging and talking to people. And so I've always gotten good feedback about how the parties go. And so by the time they get to this post, they're very excited about how things are going and the very fast pace of it and how it's just fun to see all the books and either live videos or posts or regular videos that I get from YouTube. And so if anybody's asking a question about what's a party like or anything like that, I'll jump on that and talk to them about, hey, you were super excited about that. You commented about wanting a party, something like that. So that one is, I normally get something on there, especially if I say that I'm going to give the $25 away. On here, I have the shopping post, and this is at the very end of the, don't use that little graphic in there anymore. It's not the right colors anymore. But at the very end, I'll talk to some people who commented on this post about, at the end there it says, let me know if you need any help choosing your books or ordering. So sometimes people will message me about those and I will get into a conversation with them about that. Or if they end up posting their wish lists, I'll try to get into a conversation with them about hosting their own party, especially if they're super excited and they have a huge wish list. Like I mentioned in the message here, it says, you mentioned that you have just so many books on your wish list and it keeps growing. I love to help you earn so many of these books for free. We can do a party similar to your friends. And sometimes this isn't a text, and sometimes I get excited about doing parties with people, so I like to do voice. Sometimes these are in text, sometimes they're in voice, so it just kind of depends. And one thing at the very end, if you have noticed, all of my posts at the bottom, I offer 2 dates. So that gives them it gives them an option, and it's more than just a yes or no. And I find that that helps people, they don't ignore it as much if I'm not just saying, what do you think? I actually have May 6th and 8th free. So it gives them an opportunity to say, well, no, this month is not free right now. Well, and then we can have a conversation about doing it next month, or after after the new releases come out. I actually got one who's super busy, and I've scheduled a Christmas party already because she wanted the Christmas party. So get those conversations going when you see that they're super excited. They have all these wish lists. And after all these different posts, many times I will end up talking or messaging every single guest that has been interacting in the party, between the before posts and the after posts. Did you have a question? Okay. On my thank you messages, or on my thank you posts, sometimes I cannot get a hold of people. I don't do this very often, but sometimes I cannot get a hold of people. So I will talk to that person about their books that they purchased in their actual thank you message. It tags them, and then it gives them a little bit more of a notification rather than just in their messages, where sometimes they're hidden or they're in a separate folder, and it's kind of hard to get hold of people sometimes. So I will do a little message similar down there. And then, so that'll be, this one is also similar. So on their thank you post and on their we have a winner post, I will message them and try to talk to them about having a party. And this person particularly, I couldn't get a hold of in her messages, and so I tagged her under her "we have a winner" post, and ended up getting a hold of her, and then she was able to private message me, and we were able to get a hold of each other. So in the thank you post and the "we have a winner" post, I sometimes word those a little bit differently because everybody is going to see that post, and so I don't want to make things too personal for this person, or I just kind of try to word it a little bit different than in a message. Three days after my party, I put up a post like this where they can still get in touch with me in my VIP group. They can also still take my party survey. And if anybody's super excited that their party is going to be, or that their books are going to be coming in the mail, and I have not messaged them already, maybe it's somebody new who didn't comment on the posts before or didn't attend the party, I will go ahead and talk to them and try to get a conversation started there. So as you can see, like, anybody who's excited at all, I jump on it and I try to message them. And this is a post that I put up 1 week after the party has happened. And I have to write this on my calendar right now because we have no, Visly doesn't work right now, so I have to mark a week later on my calendar. But I put this up so that I can try to get everybody excited again and share the books. Usually about a week later, most of the people have gotten their books in the mail. And I love seeing all the kids who are excited about the books. I love seeing the pictures or the testimonies or videos, whatever they want to share. In the bottom there, it says that I'll drop a little something in the mail. I use our little tiny ABC wipe cards or the animal wipe cards. I'll drop one in like a bookmark in a regular envelope with a regular stamp if somebody decides to show their pictures. And if they're really showing their pictures, it really shows me that they really want to share, that they are so excited about these books. And so I really want to see if they want to share this opportunity, share these books with their friends and family also.
Hey, Joylyn, we have a question.
Yes.
Erica wants to know if you comment on the post to let them know that you've messaged them. Sometimes her messages never go through since she's not Facebook friends with them. Are you commenting to let them know that you've private messaged them?
Is this a specific post, or is it just any post she's asking?
My guess would be probably any, right?
I message a lot of people, and sometimes I get the "it's never gone through" message because we aren't friends. So I'm not sure how to get their attention that I've messaged them other than to try to post it on the post.
Sometimes, like when I was this one particular, these two types of posts, I will try to tag them and see if that catches their attention. And sometimes I will message people and try to get them to, or I'm sorry, I will tag them and say, hey, I messaged you, and see if that works. I don't do it very often though. I don't know if my messages end up just going through. I don't know. But we have a winter post. I was having a lot of trouble with people actually getting my message there. And instead of me messaging them, I say, message me, what did I win, for more details. So they have to message me, and then I'm always looking at my extra folders and different things like that. And so that has helped me, especially for the winter posts, because those weren't necessarily getting through. I don't know why those specific ones were not. And I get a lot of interaction in the party. So I've been able to tag them, and I haven't had too much trouble with people not getting my messages, but sometimes I will tag them and try to get their attention first. I hope that answered. Let's see. Everybody has a party survey, hopefully. And I've encouraged my ladies to have a party survey that has the 1 through 5 rather than just yes, maybe, or no. And that gives me an opportunity to see if somebody's even the slight bit interested. Because some people, if they're like, I'm kind of, but not really interested, maybe they'll hit that no instead of a maybe or a yes. But I've felt that turning it into a 1 through 5 scale has given me a little bit more of an opportunity to talk to people, and especially for the hosting a party. And they will, if they're like, kind of, I don't know, I'm not really interested, but maybe, they'll put a 2. And if anybody puts a 2 or a higher, then I'm going to talk to them, or I'm going to message them and try to get a hold of them. And this has given me some opportunities to get some more parties also. See, those are just kind of some extra messages that I add on. But I'm throughout the party basically trying to message everybody. And if anybody's going to give me the slight bit in excitement, then I really jump on that. And here in my first message, it says that I'd love to get you some more amazing books for free, and I'd love to help promote literacy with your friends and family. And most of the time I shy away from just, will you host a party for me? I shy away from those words, and I've felt that people have kind of clammed up and, they've had bad experience or something, I don't know. And so my mission and a part of doing Usborne is really promoting literacy to the kids around the United States. I was a teacher. So this has really helped me get back into my teacher vibe and helping kids with reading. So that's really my mission. So just pushing that, promoting literacy is really what I want to be doing with your friends and your family. And so I really push to do that more than just host a party for me. And so that really helps me get my passion across, and people see, oh, that's more than just hosting a party. We're doing something like a greater good. So I really try to do that instead of just hosting a party. So, do you have any questions? Any more questions? Can anybody hear me? I think I froze.
No, you're not frozen. We're good.
Okay.
We can hear you.
My computer had a little frozen thing.
That was great, Joylyn.
I'm sorry?
Oh, that was great. I appreciate this so much.
Thank you. It has really helped me keep my parties going, and just I've talked to even hostess as they try to get guests to come to their parties also. Like, I really tell people, don't assume that they're just gonna want the books and that's it. Like, I just end up asking everybody, and if they really don't want it, then that's okay, and we go on to the next one. So it's really helped me keep going with them and continue.
Ferris wants to know if you message everyone privately. I think you kind of touched on this a little bit. You're mostly private messaging, right? Unless you're having trouble getting them to find your messages. Then occasionally you're kind of replying on the page a little differently.
99% of the time it's through a Facebook message, and I very rarely have had to do post under a winner or thank you post, something like that. So
have you Farrah said, just before I ask my own question, Farrah said you have so many amazing ideas. Her favorite was having them message you asking for their prize. I agree. I love that tip too, because I think sometimes people can get very I don't like, it kind of bothers me. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Enneagram, or is that how you say it? The Enneagram. I took it last week, and I learned about my personality. That it really bothers me when people don't say thank you for things. Like, it's part of me. It was like this whole test that I took that was hundreds of questions, and like something that came across is like when people don't say thank you for a prize. So I really, there's something that totally appeals to me about having people approach me instead of saying, hey, here's your prize, like, will you fill out this form? Because people will check that message, fill out a form, and never say a word. And that, like, I've changed things since then. I don't do things that way all anymore, but it used to kill me. I was like, you just want a book. Talk to me. So my question was, are you playing any types of games in your parties that are opening the line of communication, that are having them message you during the party, that help with this?
I play a couple different games, but nothing has them messaging me in order to do something for the game. It's just gifts or emojis. I think I have the Battle of the Books in there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing that has like message me for the secret word. I've thought about trying that, but I always forget to do that.
Yeah. I know Catherine has done the secret word game and had great success with it. I haven't tried that game yet because I just feel the same way, that I'd forget about it, especially right now with manually posting things, that somehow I'd drop that ball somewhere. But But last week I tried a game, like just a trivia game in my parties, and had great success with people message me, and then had more open lines of communication ready to go
Well,
for
that's good.
messaging. But I don't typically.
Sometimes I will message all the guests, especially if it's it's a mass invite, but it's more like 50 to 70. Not like 200. I will introduce myself. I'll go and message everybody and introduce myself to try to get people, try to get them interested and pull them in. And I've sometimes have done that also on just my regular parties that were not mass invites. And that sometimes opens up the communication a little bit quicker because that's a couple more days ahead of time that they might see that hidden message that a host, or not the host, but the consultant, sent them.
Yes.
I've done that a couple of times.
Do you do any private messaging of your wish list at all? Your recommendation lists?
I have not. I heard you mention that. You maybe mentioned that recently.
I don't know if it was me. I can't remember. It's something that's been talked about a lot lately. That some consultants are really working that a lot in private messages with their customers. But I am hesitant to do that because then I think it takes away from the visibility of the recommendations. And I always find that the recommendations help more people to actually RSVP to the party because
Right.
something tends to pique their interest. So
I agree. I haven't tried that yet, just for that same exact reason. The only thing that I would maybe do would be to message their actual link to them, maybe. But I still also like the idea of having those books, those extra 10 or 15 books that I put the little clip of in front of them and in front of all the other guests also, that they might not necessarily see in the regular party.
yeah. Exactly what you said is what I've thought about messaging them and saying, hey, the event page is going to get pretty busy, and this list could get lost. Here's the link that I created just for you if you want to have it easily accessible so you don't have to scroll forever. Just something that makes it seem like, hey, I want this to be simple for you to find without annoyingly having to dig. So,
Right. And you can even do that same kind of thing. Like, I have a specific link for you. Message me for that link, and that might give them an open communication with you instead of similar to the message me what to do when.
Yes.
I thought about doing that too.
Yes. Erica said people like to look at other people's wish list books.
Yes.
I agree with you, Erica, because people, I think, the trend that I see when people start commenting on that wish list post or that recommendation post is, oh, she said space. My kid likes space too. Or, oh, dinosaur. Like, my kid likes dinosaurs too. So they kind of say the same thing. And then when somebody says something different, then they kind of pounce on it. And they're like, oh, that was a great idea. So it can be tricky when they repeat the same interests.
Yeah. I try to give a few extra different books. It just kind of depends. But one of the things that I do try to do with a lot of people who are saying that people aren't seeing their messages, a lot of these messages that I do are right during that party or right couple minutes after the party. So those people are still at their computer. They're still with their notifications. They're still very excited about the party, the books, what they saw. So I feel like that gives a better advantage than a day or 2 or 5 later, where they might not necessarily see the notification anymore. If you're like me, I get tons of notifications and sadly miss ones that I want to see sometimes. And so I think that makes a huge difference of doing it during the party, doing it that night, Make sure you look at that survey that night. Make sure you look at their excitement that night before going to bed, before putting the party away for the night.
I think that you're really onto something there, because the people who are genuinely interested in booking the parties and have fallen in love with the books are going to be the people who want to book the parties, whereas the people who are just kind of twiddling their thumbs and waiting for the prizes are going to be the people who are not going to care one way or the other.
I have
They're
definitely
just waiting
had that
for,
experience.
yeah, like they're just gonna, their excitement is really not going to matter. I don't know if what I'm saying exactly makes sense, but like you're really making the most of like the moment when people are genuinely excited, versus the people who, one way or the other, it's not going to matter because they just want something out of this party.
Right.
There are those party people.
Yes.
Stinks, but it's true.
And with the different parties that I've had in the past, like I want people to be excited about their books, excited about what they got. And if it's just somebody who won a prize and they didn't order anything and they weren't necessarily in the party very much, you don't necessarily get as much excitement from them. And I've found that my parties, from the people that I reach out to with the excitement during the party rather than the party or the prize winners, those parties end up going better because they know about the books. They have some now. They were really excited about getting more of them. And so you just catch that excitement and keep it going with their friends and family.
Sure. I have another follow-up question for you. Your last post that you do about a week later, where are you? I'm on my phone, so I couldn't read that very well. Are you asking people to specifically post in your VIP group and share their books? Because your VIP group is very active with people posting after parties.
Like that my VIP group actually is just people
organically active. Yeah.
And the post that you're talking about is specifically in that party that I had. Like I had a party for a Karen, and Karen had her party on Sunday. So the next Sunday I go back to Karen's party link, and I post that post. And I don't remember if I say in there that like it's still a private link. Like I know some people are kind of they don't like to share their kids' pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I say in there or not, and I've said at one point that it's a private link. Nobody can see outside of you people, you 5, 10, 20 people. And then I just ask them to comment in the post right there. It has nothing, VIP is different.
Okay. I usually try and get my hostesses to share their rewards on my page so that guests can see what's possible. And that's awesome. I love when customers do the same, but it's like you have really great momentum. So I was just trying to see if there was like crossover there between the two.
There's a link in that post to be a part of my VIP group, but the actual posting is not linked.
Got it. Makes sense. Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Do you guys have any other questions for Joy Lynn? I know I've been dominating, asking a lot of questions. You can unmute yourself too. Please feel free. Scrolling through. Hi, Becky, Shannon, Kristen. I'm seeing all of you now that I can scroll through your faces. Okay, if you guys are good on, oh wait, we have a thing popped up. Ferris said, I started to ask the guests who made orders to join my VIP group to share their books once they get their orders. It cut off. I would write, thank you for their order. And then please share your orders with us. Yes. Something I've been, in my VIP and add the link. I love that. It helped too. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Something I've been considering trying to do, an idea I saw is that you can see your most active participants in your VIP group and doing like a monthly giveaway for who's participating and sharing and doing a giveaway from that each month. But I don't know if Facebook, I don't know enough about it to know if Facebook is resetting that each month or if I can change it.
It resets if you go into that specific option. It's the past 30 days. So if you look at it on May 14th, it's going to be May 14th to April 14th.
That makes sense.
I actually do that in my group. I have like a customer appreciation day. I think I forgot to do it in May though.
See, this is why I have to everything has to go on my calendar or else it's like, whoops.
Yes. But I actually saw it in another VIP group I'm in for a different company, and she's really good about taking care of her customers. And so I got that from her group, and every first-ish I take the top 3 people, and it depends on how many posts you do, and it depends on how many comments you make. I don't think likes have anything to do with it, so they have to be posting or they have to be commenting. And so I take a screenshot of the top 3 people, and I will give 20% off your order for the first person. I give 20% off a book for the second person, and then free shipping or $5 off. I think I've flip-flop back and forth. Free shipping for the last person. And I actually don't give a time limit for that. So I had one person win in December and then in March or April. And so she got her 2 different prizes in the same order for that.
Nice.
And so that's fun to do. And that definitely, I think, maybe gives you a little bit more in your VIP group. I think it has to slowly get your VIP group interacting.
Yes, agreed. Love that idea so much. We do need a VIP intervention Zoom. We're going to make Ferris run that one. She's got some ideas over there. She's on a reading podcast craze, right, Ferris?
Nice.
She's like, I don't watch TV anymore. I just listen to things. And I'm like, this is my life too. I understand.
I'm here with you.
Yeah. We should have a podcast club or whatever, book club, and just be like, hey guys, so here's what I just learned based on what I just listened to.
Yes.
Okay. And go.
That would be awesome.
We should really do that. I would be down.
I'm sure everybody has all different podcasts we've found and are listening to. And
yes, I did try and start a new one today, and I was listening to her and I was like, false. You and I do not work together. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, Miss Joylyn, I've got a mastermind meeting tonight that I somehow am leading. So I've got to log off.
all right.
But if you guys want to hang out and chat and keep asking questions, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
Hope
it.
helps as many people as possible.
Yeah, I loved it. All right, ladies. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Did anybody have any more questions? Okay, well, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. You're welcome, Kristen. Thank you. Bye.